Live from right field on the south side of Chicago, we've got baseball on the show. It's the Baltimore Orioles going up against the Chicago White Sox. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Let's jump right in with a player who's hit a bit of a rough patch lately. It's been an absolute ice-cold streak, Singy.
Yeah, Boog, but today could be his day to break out of it. A few swings, some luck, and maybe he'll get back on track. It's just about finding that rhythm.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And today's starter, Jonathan Cannon. Singy, he was impressive his last time out.
Yeah, got the W last time out. 6 innings, a quality start. Hey, if a guy will give you that, you'll take it every single time.
All right, ready to go here. Taylor Ward getting ready to hit. And we are underway in game 1 of the series. Fought off foul. Inside, almost got him. High fly ball down the left field line. Carrying well. And it's into the bullpen for a homer. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. The Orioles strike first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Well, we see this so much more today. Lineups with pop in the leadoff spot, and it really puts the pitcher in a tough spot out there where he has to execute right away. You can't just get over a couple of strikes to settle in, get comfortable, because at the plate, that guy's looking to do exactly what he just did. Start the game off with a huge bang. The real threats are coming up. Already give.
Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Here's Pete Alonso. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. Pete Alonso with a shot to the opposite field. It's their second home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Ball. Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
The 1-0. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add a run. It's 4-0.
Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really...
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. On a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Batting sixth, second base.
Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Jeremiah Jackson will hit next. Good power, not great in the OBP department.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
And it's second. Strike two.
This guy's sink has so...
The 0-2. Fastball is outside.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
The 1-2. Way inside, and that hit him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. First and second, no outs. Here's Adley Rutschman. Liner, base hit. Mountcastle around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and it's 5-0.
Well done. Drives in the run. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Jonathan Cannon gives way, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for the
New
White
pitcher
Sox.
for the White Sox, Tyler
40.
Gilbert.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
First and second and nobody out. And into the box for Baltimore, Dylan Beavers. Swings through that one for strike one. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-2. That's a ball. Tried to attack with a sweeper.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
We know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there. And that's a foul ball. Ground ball up the middle. Nice stop. Flips it. Not in time. He's safe.
Up next for the Orioles, left fielder Taylor.
So they're all loaded up. Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's already homered in this game. First pitch just misses. Base hit. 1 run is in. And they hold the runner at third. Bases remain loaded here. Still only 1 gone. So, Singy, let's dive into the numbers courtesy of StatCast. Do you even feel contact being made when you hit a ball that hard?
No, I don't think so, Boog. I mean, that's just the best feeling in the world as a hitter. You square it up perfectly, and it's like you didn't even swing the bat. And there are times the ball feels heavy off your bat. You know it, but this is not one of those cases. He sent this one flying 114 miles per hour, so that's flexing your muscles a little bit.
The lefty to 1-0. This one in the air, center field. Baldwin has a beat on it. And there's 2 down. The relay. And he gets to third safely. Moving up on the fly out. And there are 2 gone. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. And he has a chance to homer for the 2nd time this inning.
I'm sure it never crossed his mind and he'd get another chance to do that again in this inning, but here we are. Let's see if he can pull it off.
Foul ball there. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. That one lifted to left. Hill under it. And that is that. But they take the lead on a huge 7-run outburst. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Orioles 7 and the White Sox coming to bat. This is Orioles baseball on the show Mid-Atlantic. Back at right field. And getting to start for Baltimore, Zach Eflin. What should we keep an eye on here?
Just a 4-inning start his last time out. He took the loss. They're looking for more out of this guy today.
Chase Mydroff steps to the plate for the White Sox.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong. He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Liner to second and picked on the hop. Throws to first in time. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. Still early in the season, but so far it has been a struggle for this team, ranking towards the bottom in both on base and runs. They do have some power.
Yeah, and you expect a club like this to gel and to put things together. When you break camp of spring training, sometimes you're a little too anxious. You're trying to make things happen instead of allowing them to happen, and I think that's going to happen eventually for this team.
And now it's Austin Hayes. On the ground, Alexander zips it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. It's the Orioles 7 and the White Sox nothing. New inning getting started. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Colton Cowser. Yeah, that's fouled off. Cowser throws right, bats left. Batting in the cleanup spot. And so far this year, he's slugging over 500. Strike 2. Kenny Jansen doing home plate duties in this one.
Not a huge strike zone from Jansen, so he can't really be called a pitcher's umpire, but he does like the bottom part of the strike zone. We may see some pitchers steal a few strikes down there, especially the ones right below the knees. That's if their catcher can present it properly.
And that's outside. And that's ball 1. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
And a 1-2. That was the sweeper, but it missed. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Ryan Mountcastle digs in now. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored.
That's a ball.
Sliced hard but foul. Right side. Slings to first in time.
Up next for the Orioles, second baseman Jeremiah Jackson.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Tyler Gilbert is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. White Sox going with a new arm, number 62.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Jeremiah Jackson. And there's a ball. The 1-0.
Ball.
And misses inside. And a 4-pitch walk.
Take your base.
Pitcher thought that was a strike. He's going to challenge. And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. Here's the catcher, Adley Rutschman. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Misses again, 5 in a row. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. Strike 1.
Inside.
Jackson off of first with 2 away. The next offering misses. And now 3-1. Popped up. Sosa settles under it. And that'll do it. And the Orioles lead 1. And they hold a 7-0 lead. Here on the south side, bottom of the inning, Munetaka Murakami steps to the plate for the White Sox. That one fouled off. Eflin, a guy that really fills up the strike zone, rarely walks people. The downside is the home run ball more likely in play. No question about this one. It's out of here. Munetaka Murakami with his first major league home run, a special moment in his young career, and who knows, maybe that'll open the floodgates for him.
Yeah, getting that out of the way can be a big confidence booster. It feels like a huge weight just been taken off your back. You can go up there with a lot less pressure on you now, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets hot for a little while.
What do you remember about your first career homer, Chris?
Well, I remember it was off of Omar Olivares, and, you know, being there in Los Angeles against the Angels.
And here is Sosa to the plate. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Well, pitchers like this usually work down in the zone a lot, but these days, with all the uppercut swings most hitters are taking to elevate the ball, pitchers almost have to be effective up in the zone with hard stuff. So maybe that's one area he can improve in his game to try to combat that long ball.
And now the center fielder, Brooks Baldwin. As a hitter, does knowing that this guy's going to be in the zone, does that make you more aggressive?
Kind of, but you still have to stay on that backside. You've got to make sure you get pitch recognition and let your hands work.
Did you ever really need a cue to be more aggressive?
No, I never did, especially when it comes to messing with you.
Wow. This one smoked on its way out of here. A solo shot. Second home run of the inning for him. And they cut into the deficit. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
On the ground right side, throws to first in time.
Batting eighth, the shortstop, Luis Acuna.
2 down, bases empty, and the batter will be the shortstop, Luis Acuna.
That big curve inside's a pitch that can buckle you a little bit. Looks like a fastball out of hand and then just drops over that inside part of the plate.
Comes up empty. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. Bottom half of inning number 2. That one the other way. Oh, he can't squeeze it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. Here's the left fielder, Derek Hill. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
You don't usually see teams try to claw back into games by being aggressive on the base pass like this, but it's still early in this one. This kind of tells me they're going to try to tackle this one in 1 run at a time instead of waiting.
Base hit into the outfield. Now a long throw home. He beats it safe. It's 7-3.
Does a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
So runner at second, 2 down. Chase Maidron steps to the plate for the White Sox. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Out towards right center field. Beavers on the move. And that's the 3rd out. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 7-3. Welcome back. Last series the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers. This one in the air, center field. Baldwin on his way over, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. Now the third baseman, Blaze Alexander. Reached on an infield single his first time. Close, but called the ball. And it's 1-0.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Outside low, 2-2. On the ground to the left. And that's just foul. Line drive, base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Up next for the Orioles, left fielder
Taylor Ward, the next to hit. He's already homered here in this one. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Oh, 1 now. Swinging a foul straight back. The 0-2. And that one upstairs, ball 1. In the air, center field. Takes it in for the out. Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Number 62 will depart, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for the
on the
White
mound
Sox,
now, Jordan
number
Hicks.
44.
He last pitched 2 days ago. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a...
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And a foul ball. When you think about it, he may be in the league for the next 10 or 15 years. Here's the 0-1.
Ball 1.
Alexander leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next pitch in for a strike, and the count 1-2. Stays alive. That's towards center. Baldwin in and to his right, and that is that. Back here on the south side, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Kyle Teal steps to the plate for the White Sox.
D-Rod.
Late with the swing there. Goes down looking. And up next for Chicago, Austin Hayes. He's 0 for 1.
Austin Hayes.
And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
The 1-1. Way out front for strike 2. That one close, ruled the ball. 2-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Murakami takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
No.
Next offer in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Gets it there in time, though. He keeps his composure, and they get the out. Nothing doing for the White Sox. Deficit remains at 4. It's 7-3. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Alonso up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. Looked like a strike to me. And here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge.
Ball 1.
And that one ripped into right. One up, one down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. Swing and a ground ball. Throw to first in time.
Up next for the Orioles, first baseman Ryan Mountcastle.
2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in, Ryan Mountcastle, 1 for 2. Ground ball right side, Mydroff. On to first, and the Orioles set down in order. It's the Orioles 7 and the White Sox 3. Back at right field, so up now for Chicago. Lenny Sosa.
Lenny Sosa.
Up the middle, Henderson. Fires in time. And up next for Chicago, Brooks Baldwin. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game.
That's a strike.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
And there's a fly ball deep right field. This one's got a chance. And that is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they're chipping away. It's 7-4.
Another one? 2 home runs from a player not typically in the spotlight for power. Man, you've got to soak up these performances because they just don't happen every day.
Down. Miguel Vargas getting ready to hit. Grounded out his first time up. And that's in there for strike 1.
Ball.
Hit hard on the ground to the right side, and it goes just foul. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Two down, base is empty. Luis Angel Acuna steps to the plate for the White Sox. A single and a run scored and a walk. 2 down, nobody on. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. White Sox draw a bit closer thanks to this home run. On to the top of the 5th we go. Here on the south side, let's take a look at how the ball's been flying today. Plenty of power on both sides in this one.
Yeah, games like this were so fun for me as a hitter, Boog. You grab your bat and head to the plate thinking, hey, could be my turn to go yard next.
On the ground, right side. Throws to first in time. 1 pitch and 1 out. Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. To the right side. Takes it himself. And the first 2 set down at the top of the 5th. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Jordan Hicks departs. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for the
New pitcher on here, Mike Vassell.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And next for the Orioles, Dylan Beavers.
Right fielder, Dylan Beavers.
On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Beavers, 24 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick in 2022.
Ball.
2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. Hit hard, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the Orioles,
Blaze Alexander now at the plate. He's 2 for 2. That's inside, and it's a ball and a strike. Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Sean Newcomb, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose.
Ball 2.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. Way back there. It's got a chance. And that one is off the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay throw. Safe. And they lead by 4.
Picks himself up an RBI. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
So runner at second, 2 down. Taylor Ward will hit next. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Man on second, 2 down. Just off the outside edge. And that is ball 1. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. They limit the damage here. The O's add 1 on an RBI double. It's now an 8-4 score. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Andrew Kittredge.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Derek Hill. Swinging a line drive and a base hit up the middle. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the White Sox,
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. Now it's the second baseman, Chase Mydroff.
Leadoff man on. It's time to play a little small ball. Get some base runners. Try to dig yourself out of the hole. You know, these White Sox putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. Now the number 2 hitter, Kyle Teel.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And the 1-0. Line drive, that's a base hit. Hill coming home, and it gets by him. 1 run is in. Mydroff around third. Now a relay to the plate, and they got him. Aggressive base running to try and score after the miscue, but it backfires.
Pretty close play at the plate right there. Always an exciting one, though, and a really nice job by the defense to cut him down. It's a pretty big blow to a team when you lose a potential run that was so close to getting in there.
Hayes swings through it for strike 1. And a big swing and a miss. Got him looking for the strikeout. Froze him with the heater at the knees.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after it.
Murakami swings through it for strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's committed.
Got him swinging for the K. Good job at damage control right there. 5 innings complete. It's the Orioles 8 and the White Sox 5. Welcome back. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game. And here is Gunnar Henderson.
Shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
Right side, hard hit. Vargas steps on the bag. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Orioles, the designated hitter, Pete Alonso.
Now here's the Orioles DH, Pete Alonso. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast, and that swing will give him confidence the rest of the way.
Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Sean Newcomb preparing to come on if needed. The 1-0. And another ball.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Here's a 2-0. Now one miss. And that one is inside, and it's ball 4.
Up next for the Orioles, center fielder Colton Cowser.
So a man aboard. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Colton Cowser.
Yep.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. Now a rip into left center. And that's got extra bases written all over it. And it'll be runners at second and third, only 1 away.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. He put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
And here is Ryan Mountcastle.
Oh, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. 1 run across. Another comes in to score. It's now 10-5.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Mike Vassell won't go any further tonight. And as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for the
New
White
pitcher
Sox.
for the White Sox,
Number
Sean
15.
Newcomb. This is his 5th appearance of the year. Here's the second baseman, Jeremiah Jackson. He's 0 for 1. Almost got him. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. To second, that's 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6 and the 5, 6, 7 slot. Back here on the south side. Well, we go bottom 6. Lenny Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox. And it's fouled away. The 0-1. Out towards right center field. Beavers. Long run, but can't get there in time. It's down. And the leadoff man aboard. So up next for Chicago, Brooks Baldwin. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish. Now, just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
That's a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Now let's see if they can string something together. Make it a little more interesting.
Vargas in the box now. Takes strike 1.
No, outside.
The 1-1. Swing and a drive deep right field. And a foul ball. The White Sox down 5, trying to battle back here in the bottom of the 6th. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And up next for Chicago, Luis Angel Acuna. That one ripped, but foul. Sosa on second. Baldwin over at first, so going away. Next offering is fouled back. And the 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings and misses, struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Just beautiful placement of the splitter right there. Exactly where you want it with 2 strikes to get that swing and miss. And he's worked very hard to be able to command that pitch. It's a tough pitch to get a grip on, but he's one of the best at throwing it where he wants to.
Hill swings through it for strike 1.
He's been great in this one. Eye-hand coordination just failed him a little bit right there.
In the air to left center. Ward gets under it. And that ends the inning. We go to the top of the 7th. Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman.
You know, these Orioles, simply put, are producing a of quality swings. It's been a real team effort. Already 7 extra base hits, so that goes to show they're getting contributions from.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch.
With all of those hard hits, the guys are going to love seeing the spray charts after this one. It's clear they're not just getting lucky up there right now.
Dylan Beavers, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Ball.
That one ripped, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first, heading for 2. In safely, it's a double, and his second hit.
Up next for the Orioles. Third
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
1 out, runner at second. Blaze Alexander, the next to hit. And first offering is fouled off. 1 out and a runner at second here in the top half of inning number 7.
Ball.
Lifted in the air, right field. Hayes drops steps, heads back on it, and he makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Up next for the Orioles, left fielder Taylor Ward.
So back to the top of the order, digging in, Taylor Ward. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Second baseman Chase Mydra.
And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball. The 0-2. And they'll do it again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And first offering is fouled off. The Orioles leading by 5 here at the bottom of the 7th. Pitch is in there. No balls, 2 strikes. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2.
And that's a little bit high. And the count's even at 2.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
2 outs, base is empty. Austin Hayes digs in now. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Just missed. And now 1 and 2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 2 down, nobody on. And that one's a little bit low. And the count is 2 and 2. Got him him swinging. It's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the 7th. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. Work to do. It's 10-5. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Gunnar Henderson.
Gunnar Henderson.
High fly ball down the left field line. Ranging back. And a foul ball. That one ripped left field. Hill going back on this one. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Outstanding catch right there. And I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Alonso, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Now pitching for the
Grant
White Sox.
Taylor, ready or not, 31. In the game now after the injury.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
In the air to left center. Hill should have this one. And a couple of quick outs. So digging in, Colton Cowser. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball one. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
That one inside. Look out. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. Tap foul at the plate. And that one is inside.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Got him swinging. It's the Orioles 10 and the White Sox 5.
Now pitching for
back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Keegan Aiken. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. Munetaka Murakami steps to the plate for the White Sox.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
5.
Aiken in his 6th season. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Sosa, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fights it off. He'll see another. The Orioles leading by 5 here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. This one in the air, center field. Cowser moving under it, and there's 2 down.
Up next for the White Sox, center fielder.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Brooks Baldwin. 3 for 3 with a pair of home runs and a single.
Down, ball. Hey.
Up the middle, and that chance handled. Tosses to first. That ends the frame. It's the Orioles 10 and the White Sox 5. Back at right field, we go to the ninth. Ryan Mountcastle getting ready to hit. This one in the air, right field. And he misses it. It drops in. Automatic double now as it hops the wall in foul ground.
Second baseman,
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Jeremiah Jackson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Swings and misses. And it's 0-1.
You know, what's interesting, Boog, is that games like this can be a little wonky for closers to come in, and they don't have the adrenaline going. It's not a safe situation. It's not even a close ball game that they're finishing, but it's just getting some work to manufacture that.
Good use of wonky there. Man at second. Out to short. Acuna tosses to first. Quick recovery from the misplay pays off for the out. And now the switch hitting catcher, Adley Rutschman, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. Off the catcher and rolls away. Probably ruled a pass ball as the runner moves up to third. One away with a runner at third here in the top of the ninth. The 2-1. That's to third. Run scores, but a terrific play to get the out. 2 down, bases empty. And into the box for Baltimore, Dylan Beavers. Just missed.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you'd have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
2 down, nobody on. That's off the mark. It's 2-2. That's inside. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again.
100 miles an hour, foul that off. That's a good piece of swinging. I won't say hitting because he didn't get a knock, but a good piece of swinging to keep the at bat alive.
And that one in the air, center field. And that is that. Bottom part of the order, 7-8-9, 2 up in inning number 9. The O's lead this thing 11-5.
Now pitching for Baltimore.
Back now, and on the mound, the
21.
closer, Ryan Helsley.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Miguel Vargas steps to the plate for the White Sox.
First baseman, Miguel.
Check swing, and he went. And that's strike one. Just missed. Helsley, multi-time All-Star. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. One challenge remaining for them now.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
Ball 3.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
3-1 count, saying to himself, I've got to get a fastball here. Just spins a get me over breaking ball to bring the count full.
Ground ball to the right side. Mountcastle takes it himself. 1 out, bottom of the
Up
9th.
next for the White Sox, the shortstop, Luis
Angel Acuna now at the plate. 1 for 3. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. This looks like extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a double.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Out to center. That's out number 2. White Sox down to their final out. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Chase Mitro. That misses. Ball 1. Runner at second, 2 down. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And that one popped in the air, left field. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Orioles take game 1 of the series on the road.
Well, this team was ready from the first pitch of the ball game, swinging the bats, scoring runs, just very aggressive. I feel like they set the tone, and that tone created a momentum that took them all the way to the finish line. Nice win today.
11-5, your final score. As the